Yucatán es de mis estados favoritos.
¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso?
Hilario pa' dientes.
Oh my God. Learn to ask for help.
So, she almost lost her life.
When you're in this country, you are not alone. Your dog needs a social life too. These dogs are out here swimming, enjoying their lives. Next, I went to an event called Leer con los cinco sentidos. Read with your five senses. And boy, did they make me do that. There were so many different activities. Art, there was book signing. You can buy books and purchase books and meet your favorite author. There was a radio cast out there. I ran upon this event and I just so happened to be at the right place at the right time, and I thought everything was just so beautiful. It seems that this program was meant to just instill creativity in kids and people, and basically to read with your senses. Because listen, when I tell you, when I went to sit down at a play, I was crying like a baby. This is a talking robot, and I thought it was so interesting. And I swear to God, that thing looked at me in my eye. Like, I could have sworn it did. But yeah, pretty cool.
Yucatán es de mis estados favoritos. Amo a los yucatecos y me encanta venir de vacaciones a estos rumbos. Me la estoy pasando bomba. Lograr todas sus metas. El cielo y el universo es el límite y no dejen nunca de soltar.
Venus here. And of course, this was also a reading event, so there were books there, and I went to find a few books that interest me, even though I can't read in Spanish like fluently yet, but it helps.
Atención, por favor. Esta es la segunda llamada.
Institucional de Educación Musical y director de la banda juvenil Filiberto Piná, al maestro Hansel Hussein Martínez Méndez.
Además tenía un nombre muy chulo.
I just want to show y'all that this is a room, secluded room for mothers nursing their children, babies. That is really nice. So I am looking for this cheese that I think they discontinued it at Walmart and Soriana. So let's see if they have it here. Like, I have been looking for this cheese for a very long time. It's art. Writing. This is art, my friend. Art. Okay. This is not a grocery store. This is an art store. They're bread in containers. I definitely want a picture right here. It's so beautiful.
¿Vio usted la novela?
So we're gonna make a PSA real quick. Your dog does not need to be in a house all day, every day, barking at people that walk by. Your dog needs a social life too. These dogs are out here swimming, enjoying their lives. Like, look how adorable that is. So cute. Your dog needs a social life just like you do. All right. First of all, we gotta thank God for the view. Thank God for the day. So I wanted to share with y'all what I was reading earlier. I feel like this book was a gift from God because it's so weird. I found this at a thrift store, and the book actually was created the same year I was born. So I feel like this book is a guide for me personally. So I'm gonna read something from this book for you guys today. Endurance. If something can't be removed, ask for the strength to endure it. This is how you get a coconut down from the trees. Okay. Favorite part of the coconut. Favorite part. I feel like it's hard to do. Coconut tree that I'm sitting by. In Louisiana, it's like it's muy lejos. Muy lejos.
Ah, yo llego a verlo de Estados Unidos.
We're just building a castle.
Ese niño que vaya
¿Cómo se llama? Usted.
Caracol. Ese es caracol.
No, toro. No, casa es
Castillo.
Castillo. Es castle. Castle en inglés. Castle. Castillo. Okay.
acá es otra forma como que casa así.
Es la sangría.
Es como rojo vino rojo. Oh my God.
La cámara tiene que poner mucho azúcar para que se vea. Liberan a Willy, mi cuñada sobrino, mi brother, mi cash, and mi cash.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying, but that's probably something bad.
Querida, antenadas, sobrinator, brother, la chacha. Tuyo, mi amor.
Hola amiga. ¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso?
Hilario pa' dientes.
Oh my god.
Hilado. Los vamos antes que pongan retén. Y luego nos llevan al bote.
Okay.
El bote está acá, pero no ese bote, es otro bote.
Rub it there. Oh my god.
Adiós, chef.
Adiós.
Adiós, chamal. Ashanti.
It's Shamane.
Ashanti, Ashanti, ¿no?
It's Shamane.
Perdón, mi amor. Te amo.
Adiós. Muchas gracias para todo. Hasta luego. Today we're gonna go pick up a little bit of trash around the beach. There's not a lot of garbage cans around the beach, and so people tend to just like throw trash wherever. So today we're gonna pick up a little bit of trash today. So yeah, come with me. One of the main reasons why there's trash on the beach, and usually sometimes on the street, is because people are responsible for disposing of their own trash here, meaning that people have to pay out of pocket to dispose of trash. So, you know how in America we pretty much don't have to pay for that. Our taxes take care of that aspect of city living. But here in Mexico, each resident, each household is responsible for disposing of their own trash. And that's why sometimes if you've ever been to Mexico, you would see people, they would have signs on their outside of their door, outside of their businesses that would say, please do not dispose trash here. Because what would happen is if my neighbor is not, if I'm not paying for trash, and I'm going to just throw all of my trash by my neighbor, right? Because who would know the difference anyway? It's trash day, you know. You wouldn't care. So, yeah, a lot of that happens. Look how much trash I picked up. Like, that's a lot of trash, and there's still a lot more left over there. But I don't have enough. I don't have a big enough bag. So next time, I'm gonna bring a trash bag, and I'll be picking up trash wherever I am on the beach. Look what I found. A whole piece of glass, and you know, I don't know why this happens, but this is a nice shell. But somebody could have definitely hurt themselves. Here I am just taking a photo shoot of myself. If you're a content creator, here's a tip for you. If you don't have anyone to take photos of you, shoot a video of yourself and strike several different poses. And then go back to that video and screenshot your favorite poses. This has literally saved me time and energy. Definitely try this tip. So I went to the fabric store and got 2 metros or 2 yards of fabric to make a swimsuit cover up. This is an inexpensive, fast way to make one. And you just cut a little hole. You fold it in half first of all, and then you cut a little hole right in the middle. Make sure it's a small hole so that your shirt won't open up as wide as mine did. And then voila, you have a homemade swimsuit cover up for the beach. Simple.
So she almost lost her life.
Wait, I did that. I came back as another human.
Exactly. That's her new life, guys. Life. Yes, girl.
Hold on. Okay, for the reborn.
Resurrection, guys.
Drown yourself and you'll get this fresh.
I love it. So that's her new life, motherfuckers. Oh, that's prank. Prank. Like in the water. will jump, like, we will help you anyway, so
Yeah.
you would be fine, but we glad you help. We glad you asked for help.
A voice told me, it said, stop, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Learn how to ask for help. And I was like, no, I don't want to ask for help. I want to get myself out of this situation. And it got to the point where I was like, I think I could drown in here. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to be prideful today. I'm just going to wave, and I'm going to just see if somebody sees me. Hopefully somebody's here to help me. And
if they don't like even help you, they will find someone that will help you. So don't be afraid, though.
I almost lost my life. Yeah. And this is nachos. So they had me trying Mexican nachos. Now, how we do nachos in the States is not how they do nachos here. Okay, so this was loaded with all kind of sauces, mayo, and it wasn't that bad. I was shocked, but I would never gonna eat this stuff. It's too much red dye and stuff like that for me. Better than a regular nacho.
Yeah.
I also appreciate this. That is really cute. One of my weekly hobbies include going to the movie theater, and I do this because I need to learn how to speak Spanish effectively, fast as possible. And one way that I help myself do this is by going to the movie theater. I don't have any English captions, no English words, all Spanish, and I just listen. I want to listen to Spanish, speak it, and hear it every day, as much as I can. And of course, what is a day without a little bit of shopping? All of this unique jewelry. Next, I'm having lunch with a friend at one of the most overrated restaurants in Merida.
You said bacon, right? Plain mayo, lettuce, cucumber, tomato, and crispy bacon accompanied by french fries. Give me double fries, please. Man, that sounds great.
Wow, this is so pretty here. Whatever that little thing is, it's pretty cool. It's so beautiful here. We're checking out the bathrooms. How beautiful it is. I'm sharing this one with the gentleman. I feel like I'm not gonna be sharing a bathroom or sink with the men, but other than that, it's really cool. Checking out the restaurant. Alright, so it's so beautiful here, y'all. Very aesthetically pleasing. We were highly anticipating eating one of the most popular dishes at this restaurant. It's called the crappie hamburger. It consists of crab and shrimp, and we were so excited. This is what it looks like. You ever hear that saying, looks can be deceiving? So likewise with this burger and this entire restaurant. But we did enjoy ourselves. So let me give y'all the story time on actually what happened. So I could swim. I wouldn't say I'm an expert or professional, but I could swim enough to save my own life. But when it comes down to the wind, the current, nobody's a match. Not even Michael Phelps or the best swimmer you know would be a match for water. Water is very powerful, okay? So I never would have gotten in water if I can't swim. That's just me, right? So I threw that out there. There is these sandbags on the beach, and I guess it's to kind of keep water from rising and going into people's houses and stuff like that, because there are houses and stuff like that on the beach. So it's like a barrier, right? And usually I don't swim over there. It just kind of gives me a sense of danger. But that day I did, because there were so many people on the beach, and I realized that it was a spring break for some people. So that's why there was so many people at the beach. And like, I would have certain spots that I was swimming that I was used to swimming in, and I would usually stick to those spots, right? And so I didn't do that this time. I decided to go walk away and go somewhere elsewhere. And as a matter of fact, in the morning time, it's the best time to swim. But in the evening, if you know anything about Progresso, it's the worst time to swim because the waves, the wind, it's kind of hard to swim. So this was in the evening time. The waves, the wind was going crazy. I was just in the water to, you know, do my little business. You know, I was not trying to swim in the water, but the wind was pushing me toward the sandbags. And it was so strong. Like, you know, the elements are stronger than us little humans, and we think that we're so powerful in this world. When the elements are more powerful than us, it will take you out in a minute, okay? So I find myself in a position where I was like in front of the sandbags, right? And these are thick, wide, large sandbags placed on the beach for the purpose of leveling out the water, to make sure that it doesn't go in people's homes and, you know, things like that. So every time the wind would push the water against the sandbag, the sandbags, of course, the water would be pushed back. So it's like, imagine a wall and you're throwing a whole bunch of water on the wall, it's gonna splash back at you. So it's kind of like I was going in a motion, like left, right. It was just like left, right. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I'm not going under that water. Because that was the only way I was going to get myself out of it, is to go under the water. And I'm like, I just washed my hair. You know how girls are. You know how we are. I was like, I am not going under that water because I just washed my hair. No way. I washed, conditioned, combed. I am not going under that hair, the water, to get my hair dirty and seaweed stuck in my hair. It takes me weeks to comb it out if I, you know, ever swim in the water with just like with my regular hair. Like, so I'm like, no, I'm not going under the water. But a voice came over me and it said, learn to ask for help. And I said, God, I am not about to ask for help. I'm going to get myself out of this situation. And then the wind just kept blowing. I'm like, oh shit, it's going to take me out. And it says, and the voice came back and it said, just sorry if my story seems all over the place, y'all. If y'all have questions about it, like, just leave it in the comments. I'm still trying to process it all. I'm still trying to, it was a spiritual lesson nonetheless. And so going back to the story, the voice said, learn to ask for help. Don't be too prideful. And the wind kept blowing. I was like, that's the part that was scary, because I heard the voice tell me that, right? And then when the voice was telling me that, the wind got stronger, and I'm like, oh, so you're trying to take my life, God? This is my time to go, you know? And I just immediately dropped the pridefulness. And there were two guys sitting, and it was so funny because they were walking back and forward trying to figure out another spot to swim in, because it was crowded where they were. And I saw them when I moved from my first spot that I was at on the beach. I saw them, but I didn't know the same thing. You don't say things to people. You don't know them. You know, you mind your business. And so something told me, like, you better flag these people down. And so Spirit told me never ever to swim where there's no people in sight, because people, you know, always watch each other at the beach. You always watch each other. You know, it's a safety thing, right? And so never ever swim where there's nobody there, even though you know how to swim, even though you may be familiar with that part of the water. So I was on a sandbag for like maybe like a minute or two, and I'm like, I got to the point like I need to flag them down. And so I cut my hand here pretty nicely on the sandbags, trying to pull myself up on the sandbag. But child, I don't have no upper strength. I need to work on my upper body strength, because that would have been an ideal situation to just jump over it. And like I said, the last result would have been just go ahead and go under and swim under the water instead of on top of it. But me, I was like, no, my hair, you know. And so I just was like, you know, I waved them down, and they thought I was waving at them at first, but I wasn't. I was like, help me, ayúdame me, you know. And then the guy came over, and he was just so intelligent. He was like, okay, what we're gonna do is, he spoke English too, by the way, and I was like, God, okay, nothing but God. And so he's like, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna just move to the side. Grabbed his hand, we moved to the side, and we were just out of that wave fight. We were just out of there in a matter of a few seconds. And I was just like, the wind could have just took me out. I could have lost my life. I could have been on the news like, where is she? But I love Mexico. I told my sister, you know, if I would have been in America, this would have happened to me. I don't think I would have survived. And I'm being honest with you. There are great people everywhere you go, but I just feel like the culture is different. You know, the culture here is like, we're gonna help you if you're in situations like that. People are, you know, may not like you, but they're not gonna sit there and let you drown. And I'm not saying that people in America would do that, but sometimes I do fear for my life in America because of the color of my skin and stuff like that. You know, and I am a woman, and I know some people have it out for women, and they have it out for women of color and things like that. So I felt like I would have probably died if the situation would have been in another country, well, in my home country. And, you know, but people are just different, and it's not to bash anybody or whatever, but I said what I said. I love Mexico. I love the culture, especially the culture. I may not like everything about Mexico, and I'm still learning little things about Mexico, because I've only been here for, you know, a short amount of time. And the more I get here, the more I'm in, and the more I learn the culture, the more I learn the people. And I just love how those guys were like, they weren't from the Yucatan, they were from the northern part of Mexico, and they were here, they study here. So they saved my life. Well, the guy, he saved my life. Y'all saw him. He saved my life. And that's all I have to say about this. But the lesson was, don't be too prideful. And you know what's so funny about this? There was a couple, they were on the sandbags too. And we thought that they were stuck, but honestly, it looked like they were stuck. But they were too prideful to ask for help. And I'm like, oh my God. And their son was on the other side of the sandbags. He kept going over there like, Mom, Dad, you know, yelling for them. And I'm like, and we were like, oh my God, do they need help or whatever? And what I suggest that Progreso has is lifeguards. They need lifeguards. and once again, I know how to swim, but it's not safe to swim around those sandbags, you know, so please avoid the sandbags. There was another couple, like I said, they were stuck there for a little minute, and we offered them help, but they did not want help at all. They were too prideful, and I'm like, please do not lose your life trying to be prideful and trying not to ask for help. The only reason why you're asking for help is because you really need it, and we are all on this planet to help each other. And don't ever get to the point where I'm like, I don't want to ask anybody. If you need help, you need help. People are going to either say yes or no. You know what I mean? And I've been literally traveling by myself for a while, and I've always had angelic help. Like, God has always sent angels to help me, you know, and I just have to, tell the testimony, because I lived through it. I'm still here. I'm telling the story. I'm not on the news like, where is she? She's missing. You know what I mean? I'm still here to tell the story. So the moral of the lesson is to please don't be prideful. Ask for help. Please, if you really need it, if you're in a life or death situation, please ask for help. And this is going to be something to remind me, never be prideful. Never be prideful. Always ask for help if you need it, and there's nothing wrong with it. And if people look at you, look down on you for asking help, then, you know, they're not good people. But there are good people in this world. But you will never know how good people can be if you don't open up your mouth and ask for help. Okay? And I have this thing where I just never want to ask people for help, because I always felt like people thought that I maybe was a burden to them, or, you know, just something that I experienced in my childhood, you know, and just something I took from my childhood that I just carried as an adult. Like, I'm not asking anybody for anything because I know how people act, you know, and things like that, you know. So it's like, I have to break out of there, because when you're in this country, you are not alone. You may be alone, but you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? It's a codependency type of country. America, North America, USA has a culture of like independent. Be on your own. And I feel like the culture is more catered to people that are single and that are, you know, one parent household and things like that. And so here that doesn't work. You have to network, you have to communicate with, you know, you have to be a part of the community, and not just one community. You have to, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be living here or visiting here or whatever, you know, try to adapt, try to learn Spanish and try to, because you don't need people. This is not a country where you can just be independent and think that you have it all together and think I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. No, it's not gonna work here. Sorry. Learn to ask for help. We all here on this planet to help each other, and it was a lesson learned, and I will always ask for help now. If I need it. Okay, I will never think twice. Either person gonna say yes or no. So that was my lesson I wanted to share with you all. And yeah, I hope this brought some type of positivity, and I hope that you learned a lesson as well through my near-death experience. Okay, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. See that? Ooh. But listen, after we party, I was like, I almost lost my life when I didn't. And we just started dancing and partying and drinking, and we were just like, and those guys were like angels to me. Oh my God. Like I have new friends, like good friends. They're into the same things I'm into. They're the same vibration. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for that. Cause like if I would have never been trying to like had a near-death experience, like I would have never met those people. Those guys were so freaking cool. Like, and then when I got home, he was like, text me to make sure that you got it home. I've never had anybody say that to me. Not even some Americans, and this ain't even throwing no shade. Like I've always, if I'm hanging out with somebody, I always say, hey, let me know you made it home. Text me when you make it home. I've never had anybody to reciprocate that to me. None ever say that to me. So I have found great friends, true friends, through this near-death experience, and I don't regret it at all. I live to tell it. Yeah, and I love y'all so much. You know what I mean? And once again, don't be afraid to ask for help. Hasta luego.